Hello, a warm welcome to the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Wherever you might be getting our voices and signals, you're most welcome. And of course, welcome back to the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And of course, we are live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin Parliament Party, Kimo Kanyi, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. And welcome back. And this afternoon is a clash between Star Boys Football Club and Blackpool. The first game for Star Boy and the second for Blackpool Football Club. And Blackpool dressed in their colorful black shorts and black socks, playing from our right to left, whilst young boys kicking from our left to right from our cabin, dressed in red shorts and red socks. And of course, live from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, of course, live on LSTV1. Just as I said, Parliament Party, Kimo Kanyi, Osman Kamara, and we will surely be here to get you every other proceeding in this grand and lively fixture. Blackpool against young boys, and already the player is wrestled and rewarded by the central referee, and the referee is of course Yankuba El Danso, who is having the assistance of Abdurrahman Kujabi, Mariama Sanko, and Suwaibu Jamme serving as the fourth assistant referee. Of course, it's a massive, great turnout at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Kemo Kanyi, when we came here in the Super Cup final, it was a massive attendance, and once again in the 5 p.m. game, we have seen a great number who are all here to watch this crucial showdown in the second and the fourth game for Blackpool and of course Young Boys Football Club.
Yes, very well, Serekunda West as well. I mean, when it comes to the final, the turnouts for the spectators, they can also compete against any other zone, I believe. Because, I mean, when we were here the last time, the fans, the supporters rather came out in their large numbers to stand by their teams and then giving them all the support that is required from them, so that their side can go home with the trophy, which happens to be that of the Campbelltown when they defeated Joshua City by a lone goal to nil. And then coming into this particular ground again, then we have again seen a good number of fans who have turned out in their numbers here to come and witness this crucial showdown between Blackpool and that of the and Star Boys FC. So let's see what happens here before this particular game ends. But the game, as we have already watched in this particular game already in a minute or two, I mean it promises to be a very, very highly contested affair. Looking at both sides here, you can see some very, very young faces, especially for that of the Blackpool side. They have been a very, very young team with young players within their team. So, but I mean, football is all about talents, not about sometimes age matters, and also it gives you an experience into a game. But let's see what happens here, because I mean it's a game, and then one of the sides here would want to win this particular, as I could say, both sides would want to win this particular game here and then advance themselves to the next level. Blackpool earlier on, they have drawn 1-1, and then coming into the second game here, perhaps they will be able to win this particular encounter and then move themselves to the promised land where they are yearning to get themselves in power.
Thank you very much, Kimo Kanyi. In case you're just joining us, you are reminded that we're coming to you live from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium in the Serekunda West Summer Nawettan. Not the East, but Serekunda West. It is the clash between Star Boys Football Club and Blackpool. Few minutes into the contest, 0-0 is the score. And Star Boy Football Club dressed in red colors, red shorts and red socks, whilst Blackpool in black shorts, black shorts and black socks. And Red Star or Star Boys Football Club is under the guidance of Pascal Jaju and Senior Tamba. And the team is currently starting with Mohamed Sise in goal, Mohamed Kamara, Mohamed Ndong, Matar Njai, Musa Sane, Ensa Asan Jame, Bubakar Sise, Osman Jaju, Bala Musa Konde, and Suleiman Kande, completing the 11 for Pascal Jaju and Senu Tamba side, Star Boy Football Club. And Star Boy is playing in their fourth game as far as this year's Serekunda West Summer Nawettan is concerned. And Esa Jata and Abdul Jallo are on the dugout for Blackpool, and Blackpool under the guidance of these two gavas, starting with Abdul K. Jara in goal, Abdul Sane, Modu Esba, Abdul Rahman Jallo, Bubakar Conte, Bakari Juf, Lamin Jai, Mamadi Khan, Osman Bai, Lamin Sajo and Ser, so completing the 11. And the team is based in Talinding. boys from Cleaning dressed in black shorts, and black socks against the boys of Starboy Football Club dressed in red colors. It's going to be a switch of play on the far side, and Starboy will use the opportunity to break. Can they find the back of the net for the first time this season? And already the balls ricochets off the player, and already as pointed by the central referee Yankuba El Danso, it's a corner for Starboy Football Club dressed in their red colors at a noisy background at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, and of course live on LSTV1. Parliament Party Kemo Kanye and Osman Kamara behind camera operation. Central referee Yankuba El Danso, Abdurrahman Kujabi, Mariama Sanko and Swaibu Jame serving as the fourth. It's a corner for Starboy. Quickly taken. Central referee has already given the green light. This time Starboy is going to be another corner. Starboy Football Club continue to search for a breakthrough, but currently the score is 0-0. Noisy background, massive turnout, and also massive support base behind Starboy Football Club and Blackpool, and already in their group. In Group A, we have Blackpool Hunters Football Club, Starboys FC, Canifing Layout, and Bundas. And already Canifing Layout played 2 matches and already on top of the table with 6 points. Blackpool played 2 with 1 point. This is their second game anyway. They played the first and drew, and this is their second game, Blackpool. And Starboy playing their very first game, and already the flag of the assistant referee is up and up for a goal kick. And this is all coming to you live from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. If you may like, call it the SK West Mini Stadium. Blackpool against Young Starboys. Blackpool Football Club against Starboy Football Club. It's going to be an attack, and the goalkeeper who doubles as the team captain for Blackpool, of course, Abdul Kejara, just there in time to get that ball. Not for too long. It is now the turn of the boys in red color. Starboy, can they find the back of the net? And the central defender alert enough, just there in time, Bakari Juk, to get that ball desperately. And Starboys Football Club continue to search, trying to find the back of the net for the first time this season against a Blackpool side that drew 1-1 against Bundas in their post game. And Blackpool were the last year's knockout finalists. The team lost, of course, to Joshua City in the knockout. And Blackpool lost to Joshua City 2-0 and hoping to win their very first trophy at the Serekunda West. It is Starboys. Starboys player Rasul, and given by the central referee. And that's a goal kick. Central referee Yankuba El Danso is given the opportunity. What an atmosphere from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And the supporters of Blackpool are definitely on top of their voices, and equally on the other end, Starboys Football Club also having a magnificent fan base live on LSTV1. Parliament Party Kemo Kanye, Osman Kamara behind camera operations. It's going to be a set piece, a goal kick for that matter. Said so to deliver for Blackpool Football Club, dressed in their black colors, just going by the name Blackpool, dressed in black shorts and black socks. And the flag of the assistant referee is up, and up against Buba Conte. And Buba Conte, number 2, scored in the 1-1 draw against Bundas. And once again, he will be hoping to have his name on the score sheet once again. It is LSTV1 live from the Serekunda East Mini, Serekunda West rather, Mini Stadium. Team captain getting that ball down. Starboys having that tough against Blackpool. It's indeed a noisy background. It is entertaining on and off the pitch from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. In the game between Starboys Football Club and Blackpool, who is going to win it? The knockout finalist Blackpool, hoping to reach the final of the league and also the final of the knockout. Will they be able to get down there? Remains the biggest ambition and of course the biggest question. And head coach Esa Jata, having the assistance of Abdul Jallo, will be very much hopeful to get the team to the final once again. Pascal Jaju and Sieni Tamba on the dogart for Starboys Football Club. Kemo Kanye, Blackpool were in the knockout final last year. Of course, they will be hoping to reach there once again. And this time around, the biggest ambition might be getting to the final of the league. And if they want to do that, they have to get the better of Starboys and also have the chance of getting victories over the next opponents for them to have the chance to get to the round of 16, quarter-final, semi-final, and then booking a place to the final.
Yes, very well. It starts from here. I mean, in their first game, it wasn't a bad game for them because they drew one. Also, coming to the second game, they'll be hoping to win this and then move on to the dreamland that they are yearning for. Remember, last season they have done very well. A team that played up to the final. I mean, it's a very good run for that particular side, and I believe this is what they will want this season as well. And then anywhere they found themselves being eliminated aside from the final, they wouldn't be happy with that, because knowing that we have moved up to the final and then coming to the subsequent season. So we hope to replicate what we have done, or in fact improve on that. But nonetheless, it is football. They may also found themselves in something that they wouldn't want to, but nonetheless, I mean, it is football. So let's see whether they will be able to replicate their performance last season to play up to the final, or are we going to see them this time? I mean, not being able to reach that far. But I mean, the season is so much very young for that. Perhaps they may be able to do so, because they haven't lost in their first game. In the opening game they played and then drew 1-1. So coming into the second game, it is still 0-0 here. Hopefully, I mean, they will be hoping to win this particular game, and then if they had win this, that will give them a very good footing in the group standing, and then with that they'll be able to make their way towards the quarterfinals and then towards the semi-finals, and then finally seeing themselves to the final. But the start of their game here, it has not been a bad game. They have been pushing very hard in order to make themselves, or in order to make them put themselves to that high echelon that they will want to be, because last season they have played up to the last day, and then this season as well, this will be the hope for them.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. It's a corner for Star Boys Football Club dressed in red colors, and it's a crowded penalty area for Blackpool. Ball been taken, it's a glancing header. That was definitely very close for Star Boys Football Club to find the back of the net. Unfortunately, the ball sailed over the crossbar, and of course a relief for Blackpool Football Club. Blackpool under the guidance of Ensa Jata and Abdul Jallo, whilst on the door guard for Star Boys is Pascal Jaju and Seni Tamba. And the question of, are you hearing yourself? Are we hearing ourselves? Is the biggest question from the Serekunda West Minister, as both sets of teams having mass behind them, and the supporters are definitely on top of their voices. The fan base behind Blackpool and Star Boys Football Club is just enormous. Player Russell, and the player in question for Blackpool is Mamadi Khan. Mamadi Khan 6 on his back, and Blackpool will have the opportunity to benefit from a set piece. Inches of the dividing line, and the player currently on the ball or behind the ball is Osman Bai. Osman urging his players to move forward. They are dressed in black shorts and black socks, playing from our right to left from our cabin, while Star Boys Football Club in red shorts and red socks. It is Bai now, going long for Blackpool. It's a glancing header. Danger still not averted, and already the central referee, Yankuba El Danso, has already given the opportunity to Star Boys Football Club. Yankuba is having the assistance of Abdurrahman Kujabi, Mariama Sanko and Suwaibu Jame serving as the fourth assistant referee. It's a delivery, and of course a delivery for Star Boys Football Club. Mohamed Sise, the custodian, going long and high one. Blackpool heading it down. It's going to be an opportunity. It's an opportunity, and Star Boys will have the opportunity to launch on the far side. Great control by the number 10, Suleiman Kande. Suleiman trying to dribble past one great back heel around the edge of the 18. Star Boys Football Club chipping the ball around the area. Glancing header, an opportunity. Can they find the back of the net? Are we going to see Blackpool finding the back of the net for the first time this evening? Remains to be seen. And the centre forward at number 2 changes Buba Conte, and Buba scored Blackpool's goal in the 1-1 draw against Bundas. The team will be hoping to secure victory and have the chance to bag 4 points in 2 matches. Blackpool Football Club on the far side, centre forward at number 2, and the ball ricochets of the player, and for a corner as pointed by the assistant referee. It's of course a rainy evening at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, and of course we'll be here to get you every other proceeding as far as this live commentary and of course this live game is concerned. Who is going to advance and who is going to kiss by to the competition remains to be seen. It's of course rainy. It's currently raining here at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And of course it's a rainy evening in the game between Bundas Football Club and Young Star Boys Football Club. It is Star Boys nil and Blackpool Football Club nil is the current score. Who is going to win this contest remains to be seen, as both sides are currently hoping to secure victory. Star Boys Football Club, the centre forward and number 10, Suleiman Kande. Suleiman lost possession. Blackpool on the attack, glancing header, and it's going to be a chase. And a chase. Rasul, central referee Yankuba El Danso. It's currently raining here at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Anyway, that is Nawettan for you. It is currently raining here, and at some point we were trying to relocate. It is currently lively from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium in the game between Star Boys Football Club and Blackpool. The score is still unchanged, Barry. 0-0 is the score. Is it going to be a victory for Star Boys, or Blackpool remains to be seen? It's a throw in. Blackpool with a long one. Glancing header. Young boys. Blackpool dribble past one on Rasul. And Blackpool will have the opportunity. Abdurrahman Najalo Rasul. And Abdurrahman will surely deliver. Abdurrahman going long. This time is a low one. Danger still not averted. It's an opportunity for Star Boys Football Club to clear their line. And this time the ball is already off, as the assistant referee has already waited for a throw in Blackpool. It's indeed rainy, and rainy at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, with a whole lot of noise at the SK West in the game between Star Boys and Blackpool. Star Boys searching for their very first trophy after coming to the Serekunda West Summer Nawettan last season. Of course, Star Boys having their second season, whilst Blackpool Football Club played series of finals, played the 3 league finals without winning one, and also played the knockout final, and the team unable to win it. Hoping to win it for the very first time remains to be seen this season. Will they have the chance to win it this season? Remains to be seen. This time it's a long one, part away by the goalkeeper. And already is an infringement. That was indeed an acrobatic one coming from the player in question, and the goalkeeper was trying to gather, and then he scrambled in the process. Kemo Kanyi, that nearly troubled the custodian in goal for Star Boys Football Club.
Yes, I believe it has already indeed troubled him, because he's very he wasn't able to grip the ball at once, so he has to struggle for it, and then this is why he had that contact with the Blackpool player there, and then this is the injury that he is currently nursing. But that was a very good free kick from the Blackpool youngsters, and then into this. So, but for their opponent, Star Boys are also doing very well. They are a team that have started the game very well, and then they were pushing more onto the Blackpool end. But we have also seen them having a free header in the process when they won a corner in the far end, but that went rather above the goal, above the crossbar, and then the game is still 0-0 here. We are currently halfway into the first half because we have already played 20 minutes into this particular game, and then but it is still nil-nil between the two sides already. Both sides have been pushing very well. Both sides have shown that ambition and also that resilience in trying to go forward and score or try to match their opponents into this particular contest. Remember, for Blackpool, they drew their first game, so this one as well they wouldn't want to lose. They will either settle for a draw or a win, while their opponents, Star Boys, this is their first game, and then the first game of the season is very, very important for any of the side that is taking part in that particular competition. So they know the importance of this game to them, and then so as Blackpool also knows the importance of this particular game to them. So this is why you can see that none of the sides here is relenting in trying to go forward and also giving that solid defensive format to their opponent here whenever they are attacking onto them. It has been a brilliant game so far, honestly, into this first half. Yeah, but the entire first half is yet to be played, and then the second half is also there for either of the sides here to do the needful into this particular contest. So let's see whether we are going to see Blackpool winning, or are we going to see that of their opponents winning this particular contest here. But already it has been a great game there from either of the sides. Both sides have at least had moments that frightened their opponents in trying to open the score or break the deadlock here into this particular contest.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. It is getting more and more interesting between Blackpool and Starboys. Blackpool on the attack, spreading it wide on the far side. Can they trouble the central defenders this time around? The goal scorer trying to use his space into the gloves of and the goalkeeper missed that. The goalkeeper missed that, and the player in question is Buba Kante. Buba Conte, tricky and pacey. What a player for Blackpool Football Club. And the fans are definitely on top of their voices at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. One thing we love about Serekunda West Mini Stadium, the fans are definitely on top of their voices. What a moment. What an atmosphere from the Serekunda West. It's a fixture between Blackpool and Starboys. Blackpool playing their second game after drawing 1-1 against Bundas in the first. It's a delivery. Conte launched a long one around the area, glancing. Another strong header coming from Starboys Football Club. Danger still not averted. Blackpool Football Club trying to unlock the defense from the left to the right. Another strong header. This time around the goalkeeper alert enough. And the goalkeeper for Starboys Football Club alert enough to gather that ball with ease. And that's an infringement as signaled by the central referee Yankuba El Danso. Yankuba in this contest is having the assistance of Abdurrahman Kujabi, Mariama Sanko and Suwaibu Jame as the fourth assistant referee. And in case you're just joining us, it is all coming to you live from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium in the Serekunda West Summer Nawettan. And of course it is the first and second game. First game for Starboys Football Club and the second for Blackpool. Blackpool drew 1-1 against Bundas in the first, while Starboys Football Club having their first outing. It's a long one. On the far side is going to be an opportunity for the boys dressed in black. Blackpool Football Club under the guidance of Esa Jata and Abdul Jalo. What an atmosphere. What a showdown. Special thanks to all those monitoring this game live on LSTV1. Of course at the commentary cabin as usual, Balamin Fati, Kemo Kanyi, and behind camera operations as usual is Osman Kamara. Of course at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And we will surely be back here in the next game of Josuang City. We'll be here to feature the games of Josuang City, Blackpool and some other games at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium as far as the Nawettan is concerned. It's going to be a delivery for the boys in red colors, red shorts and red and white socks under the guidance of Pascal Jaju and Seni Tamba. Pascal is the head coach, Seni Jata is his assistant. Starboys Football Club in their first outing this season, starting in goal with Mohamed Sise, Mohamed Kamara, Mohamed Ndong, Matar Njai, Musa Sane, Esa Sane, Asan Jame, Bubakar Sise, Osman Jaju, Bala Musa Konde and Suleiman Kande. Of course completing the list of players for Starboys Football Club, and the team just as I said, Pascal Jaju is the head coach. And Blackpool under the guidance of Esa Jata and Abdul Jalo is starting or has started the contest with Abdul Kejara in goal, and Abduke is also serving as the team captain. Abdul Sane, Modu Esba, Abdurrahman Jallo, Buba Conte, Bakari Juve, Lamin Jai, Mamadi Khan, Usman Bai, Lamin Sajo, and Ser Sow completing the list of players. On the far side is an attack coming from the boys in red colours, and Blackpool guarding that ball of the area for a goal kick. And Blackpool is a team from Talinding, playing their second game in this year's Serekunda West Summer Nawettan. Lost to Joshua City in last year's knockout final, and hoping to reach the final of the league and also the final of the knockout. And also Star Boys Football Club hoping to reach the final for the first time as far as Serekunda West Summer Nawettan is concerned. What a showdown, and of course it is interesting on and off the pitch. Kemokanyi, I think it is definitely interesting on and off the pitch, as we currently having the two sets of supporters on top of their voices, and I think it is indeed colorful of the pitch than on the pitch.
Yes, very well. I mean, Serekunda West, when it comes to the fans' ambience, is always at the top. So we were here the last time. We seen how they were performing when it comes to their fans entertaining the players here, and also the spectators rather, who come to grace their game. So they have been doing very well in that regard. And then football as well. When it comes to football, you also need, because some will tell you fans will make things possible in football, and then indeed in Serekunda we have seen that being the reality, because the fans always come out in their large numbers to stand by their team, and then give them that maximum respect, so that maximum support. Looking at the fan base behind, both fan base are very, very big ones, so they come in their numbers cheering up their boys to the glory, and then with that alone will give them an extra energy in trying to making so that they stay on their course, and then trying to avoid defeat through the opponent. So that is a very, very good motivating factor here from the fans as well, and then players as well. When your fans are on their heels to making sure that they give you that maximum support that is required from them, and then they are giving that to the maximum. So why not you also give it all out? And then the players are also doing their part in regards to giving that performance to the fans, so that the fans will also know that yes, our players haven't let us down. But what indeed happens is that if they eventually lose, they will know that yes, it is football, but it's not a very, very bad game to them.
Thank you very much, Kim Okanye. Lively and interesting from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Star Boys Football Club nil, Blackpool Football Club nil is the current score. The first game for Star Boys, whilst the second for Blackpool. Blackpool drew 1-1 against Bundas in the opening game, and now hoping to secure maximum points. And equally, Star Boys Football Club will want to make a mark, or will definitely want to have a mark here. It's a set piece. The player behind the ball is Matar Njai for Star Boys Football Club. Central referee Alenkuba Eldanso seems to be giving his final instructions to the players. The green light is given. The green light is already given by the central referee. It's a glancing one, another opportunity sailed over the crossbar. And the final touch coming from Ensa Jame, or Ensa Sane rather, for Star Boys Football Club. The score is unchanged. 0-0 at the Serekunda East or Serekunda West Mini Stadium in the 5 p.m. showdown. 5 p.m. game. And already in this group, we have seen the group leaders. We have seen the group leaders. We have seen the group leaders of Group A. Of course, Carnifing Layout played 2 matches and won all. And of course, this is the second game for Blackpool. And Blackpool in their first outing ended 1-1. Looking to bag the maximum points that will propel them to 4. Yankuba Eldanso has already given the opportunity to Blackpool. Blackpool given the opportunity. Currently having 2 players on the ground. One for Blackpool and the other for Star Boys Football Club. Star Boys in red colors. Red shirts, and red socks, whilst Blackpool in black shirts, and black socks. Interesting and enjoyable on and off the pitch from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. It is the 2025 Serekunda West Summer Nawettan. If you are just not here, you must be missing. But also watching it live on LSTV, you wouldn't miss a second of the entire proceedings from the Serekunda West, live on LSTV1 on both Facebook and YouTube. Parliament Fatih at the cabin, Kemo Kanye and Osman Kamara behind camera operations. It is indeed rainy here. That wouldn't protect us, and that will never stop us from streaming and bringing you updates as far as this game is concerned. It is Blackpool to benefit. The player in question, and the player for Blackpool Football Club said so, is Rasool. An opportunity for the boys in black. The leading goal scorer for this side already scored a goal in the first match, and he is the one leading the chart as far as the leading goal scorer chart for Blackpool is concerned. And the player is Buba Conte, and Conte Buba. On the far side is Blackpool trying to unlock the defense, but currently the central defenders of Star Boys Football Club are trying to be as cautious and as resolute as possible. It's a long one on the far side. Blackpool trying to guard that ball off the area. Central defender and for Lamin Jai just there in time, getting that ball off the area for a throw in. It has been a lively contest, end-to-end battle between the two. Both sides will be hoping to win it. Who is going to advance and who is going to crash out as far as Serekunda West Summer Nawettan is concerned, of course, remains to be seen. And Blackpool urging the goalkeeper to come for the ball, but unfortunately the goalkeeper wasn't just there. The goalkeeper wasn't just there. It's an opportunity. Ball being taken low. Star Boys Football Club around the area, and time dealing with that ball. Is an attack coming from the boys in black. Blackpool going long. It's going to be a run. The central defender uses his space against his marker and getting the ball off the area for a throw in. And it has been a lively contest between Blackpool and Star Boys Football Club. But the only missing thing is the goals coming from Blackpool or Star Boys. Which of the sides will find the back of the net for the first time this afternoon remains to be seen. Blackpool or Star Boys. Central referee Yankuba El Danso having the assistance of Mohamed Abdurrahman Kujabi, Mariama Sanko and Suwaibu Jame as the fourth assistant referee. It's a rainy afternoon. It's indeed raining at the Serekunda West. Who is going to advance on a rainy day and who is going to crash out on a rainy day remains to be seen. Blackpool against Star Boys. Blackpool nil, Star Boy Football Club nil. It's a long one. Interesting and enjoyable on and off the pitch. The supporters of Star Boys Football Club and the supporters of Blackpool Football Club are indeed astonishing. What a moment, what a showdown. The winner of this contest will bag the maximum points, and if Blackpool is able to win it, the team will get to 4 points, while Star Boys Football Club will bag their first maximum point if they are able to secure victory. Currently 2 players on the ground, number 14 and number 18. Matar Njai and Asan Jame for Young or Star Boys Football Club. Both players back on their feet. Yankuba El Danso is the central referee in this lively and great contest between Blackpool, of course, the last year's knockout finalist Blackpool. The team lost to Josuang City 2-0 in the knockout final and hoping to reach the final this season. On the far side is an attack. It's Star Boys Football Club trying to get some penetration. The ball eludes every other advancing player and the ball is still in play. Star Boys Football Club regain possession not for too long. It is now the turn of Blackpool Football Club. Player Rasool and central central referee Yankuba El Danso has already given the opportunity. Yankuba El Danso is the central referee. Abdurrahman Kujabi is one of the assistants. Mariama Sanko is one of those. And Suwaibu Jame is one of the assistants as well. Yankuba El Danso having some instructions for one of the players. He is currently having the discussion. Yankuba El Danso at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. This is Serekunda West Mini Stadium for you and live on LSTV1. We will be here on many occasions to cover matches. We will definitely be here on many occasions to cover matches. And of course, if your team is playing in the Serekunda West Summer Nawettan, Serekunda is Brikama or any other Nawettan zone, just contact us on LSTV1. We will surely be there to cover your game as we are currently doing at the Serekunda East, Serekunda West Brikama, and across the length and breadth of the country. Currently, the game is temporarily stopped, and the green light from the central referee Yankuba El Danso is given. Blackpool Football Club, long one around the center. The score is currently unchanged. 0-0 is the score between Blackpool and Starboys Football Club. That's miscommunication. That's communication between the two players of Blackpool Football Club. The other player trying to control the ball and the other player to clear their line. And the player in question is still down. The 17 for Blackpool Football Club, Modu Esbar. Modu back on his feet. It's a throw in for the boys in red colors. Star Boys Football Club. And Star Boys is a team from Kotu, whilst Blackpool is a team from Talinde. Star Boys Football Club from Kotu. It's a long one that wouldn't trouble the custodian. And of course, it is the Serekunda West Mini Stadium for you in this crucial and lively game between the boys from Kotu and the boys from Talinde. Star Boys from Kotu, Blackpool from Talinde. Star Boys Football Club having Pascal Jaju as head coach. Seni Tamba is his assistant. Ensa Jata is on the dugout for Blackpool alongside Abdul Jalo. What a showdown. Of course, it is rainy. We will definitely be here to get you every other proceeding. And of course, we will be here to get you every other lively and great atmosphere from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Blackpool around the area. Can they trouble the custodian? The central defender alert enough. And the goalkeeper rose the highest to gather that ball with ease. The custodian for Star Boys is Mohamed Sise. That's an infringement. That's an infringement as signaled by the central referee. That seems to be a protest coming from one of the players of Blackpool. But the central referee Yankuba El Danso seems not to be interested. It is indeed rainy at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And fans are trying to relocate themselves, moving to the other end to avoid the rains here. But anyway, we will definitely be here to get you the proceedings and every other proceeding as far as the Serekunda West Summer Nawettan is concerned. And this afternoon's contest is between Star Boys of Kololi and Blackpool of Talinde. It's going to be a set piece. Set piece for the boys in black. Usman Bai urging his players to move forward. Ball been tested down around the area. Star Boys Football Club on the attack. Blackpool, this time is a strong header. Yankuba El Danso, the central referee. Blackpool having a player down. Are we going to see the minutes of additional time here? We have to wait. Kemo Kanye, seemingly the fourth assistant referee, will any moment from now put up the additional minute as far as the first half is concerned. And if we don't have a goal, it's going to be half-time, 0-0 at half-time between Blackpool and Star Boys Football Club.
Yes, unless we witness a last-minute goal here, otherwise the game will be going into the halftime break with a 0-0 scoreline. And then if that has been the case, so the game must be settled in the second regulation, half. If both teams fail to score any goal in that particular moment as well, then it is going to be settled on a 0-0 scoreline in the final whistle. So it is only we are only going to play 1 minute of additional time here onto the first half regulations here. So both sides have failed to find the back of the net as of now. But I mean, in this 1 minute additional time here, we are going to see Blackpool taking a corner in the process. If they are able to, put that one into the back of the net, then they will be celebrating a halftime win here into this particular game. Without that, and then with the failure of Star Boys as well to score any goal into this final additional minute that we have seen the officials added here or raised already. The game, the first half will be ending in a nil-nil scoreline. So they will reorganize themselves and then prepare well into the second half to making sure that they score at least a goal into this particular encounter before it ends.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. Any moment from now, the central referee Yankuba El Danso will end the proceedings as far as the first half is concerned. First half between Star Boys Football Club of Koru and Blackpool of Talinding. It's a corner for Blackpool. Can they get the last minute goal as far as the first half is concerned remains to be seen. It's a corner. It's a long one. Eludes every other player. This is indeed a strong one. And this wouldn't trouble any goalkeeper. And there we go. It is halftime. Halftime from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Halftime between Star Boys Football Club and Blackpool. And the score is still unchanged. 0-0. And these two sides will be getting back into the dressing room for some halftime team talks before coming back for the live of course, before coming back for the continuation of the second half. And of course, the live commentary has been Parliament Fatih Kemo Kanyi, Usman Kamara behind camera operations. Until then, we are off and we'll be back for the next 15. And of course, for the live commentary, it has been Parliament Fatih Kemo Kanyi and Usman Kamara. Until then, do join us in the next 15 for the continuation. Thank you very much and welcome back to the Serekunda West Mini Stadium for the continuation of the live commentary on the second and final half between Star Boys Football Club and Blackpool FC. Who is going to get it in the second half remains to be seen. Both sides picking it from where they left it in the first period. Blackpool nil, Star Boys Football Club nil is the current score, and it is the second half. Blackpool dressed in black shorts and black socks will now be kicking from our left to right from our cabin, whilst Youngsters or Star Boys Football Club will be playing from our right to left. Star Boys FC dressed in red shorts and red socks will be playing from our right to left. Yankuba El Danso, central referee, is now having a brief discussion between the two players. Yankuba El Danso is the central referee. He is the man in charge, having the assistance of Abdurrahman Kujabi. Mariama Sanko and Suwaibu Jame is the fourth assistant referee. That seems to be a stiff discussion between the players and central referee Yankuba El Danso. Moments after the halftime break, it is getting more and more interesting. What an afternoon and evening at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. What a showdown. The atmosphere is indeed electric. That's an infringement. The atmosphere is indeed electric as both set of supporters on top of their voice, cheering their boys to glory. Who is going to get it remains to be seen. Is it going to be the boys in black or the boys in red? Blackpool in black colors, Star Boys FC in red rather. Star Boys Football Club is a team from Kotu, whilst Blackpool is a team from Talinde. Player Rasul, and in number 10 for Blackpool Football Club is no other person but of course Abdul Sane. It's a long one around the area. Planting header partly done. Blackpool regain possession. Blackpool flashes in a cross. Easily dealt with by the central defender. And the central defender for Star Boys Football Club. Interesting on and off the pitch. A player down. Blackpool Football Club. This is Nawettan for you. And of course, it has been a rainy afternoon at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Great combination coming from Blackpool. The boys from Talinding will try to reconnect the forward. Not a decent one. Great control on the far side. Blackpool through Abdurrahman Jallo. Jallo losing it. It's a throw in for Star Boys Football Club. And the boys from Kotu are dressed in red shorts and red socks. And the team hunting for their very first trophy in Serekunda West. Came to the Serekunda West Summer Nawettan, and it is currently 52 minutes on the clock at the Boxbar Mini Stadium. Elephantry Football Club through Rain FA1. And the winner will secure a spot in the Brikama Summer Nawettan proper. Back to the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. It's a clash between Blackpool and Star Boys Football Club. On the far side is an opportunity. Interesting on and off the pitch. It's a set piece. It is interesting on and off the pitch. The fan base behind Star Boys Football Club and Blackpool is indeed electric. It's a set piece for Blackpool. Abdul Sane to deliver. Abdul Sane will deliver. 10 on his back for Blackpool. Floats that ball, partly dealt with by Star Boys. And Star Boys deep in their own half. Abdul now around the center. Is an opportunity. Not a decent one finally. The boys stare the spoils here. They will definitely want to secure today. In regulation, no pass post-match penalties to this and already in their group, Carnifing East. Carnifing layout rather. and in pole position to get to the next phase. Is an attack coming from Blackpool. 25 Serekunda West Summer Nawettan. Nawettan Fiesta. Nawettan footballing. But at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium this evening, it's a finalist Blackpool against Star Boys Football, a team that came. It's a low one. Star Boys to start the play from their own half through goalkeeper Mohamed Sise. Not for too long, it is Blackpool now. Left to the right. Blackpool going long. But it's a bright beginning in the second half. Both sides picking it from where they. And of course, this is going to be decisive here, as the winner in this contest will definitely close the gap on table toppers Carnifing, who has already bagged 6 points in the last 2 matches played.
Yes, I believe it has been a bright start, especially for the young Blackpool side. Looking at the way they have started the second half, it's far better than their first half start. So in the first half, you have seen immediately the game started, that of the Star Boys FC were the team that were into the game. We have seen Blackpool gradually getting themselves into the game as the first half continues to progress. But in the second half here, we have seen Blackpool also, starting this second half very well at a very, very high note. They already, we have seen them pressing a lot onto the part of their opponent here in trying to at least put themselves to the lead into this particular game. But nothing has been possible as of yet. But we believe that we are going to at least see a goal or two into this particular contest. Though it has been a very, very tight contest, especially in the first half. So perhaps the second half, or if we have or witness one goal into this particular contest, that will be able to perhaps change the whole settings, and the dynamics of this particular game will change, and also the approach to the game will also change by either of the sides here. But as of now, it has been a very, very tight game. The forwarders are finding it very, very difficult to find any loopholes where they will be able to capitalize on and then penetrate their opponent or punish their opponents with that regard. But already it has been a bright start for the Black Star side, and already it has been a great game, a highly contested affair here, very, very tough opponent for either of the sides here. I believe if Blackpool FC or Star Boys FC went home with the victory, they will be able to know that yes, we have gotten ourselves a victory, but it was never an easy encounter, because Blackpool is a very, very difficult opponent to Star Boys, and as well Star Boys are also have proven themselves to be a very, very difficult opponent to that of the Blackpool side. This is why we are yet to see any goal into this particular contest, but perhaps we'll be able to see at least one or two.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. It is getting more and more interesting here. More and more interactive on LSTV1 Parliament Party. Kemo Kanye and Osman Kamara. Blackpool, who is going to win it? Blackpool already first game for Star Boys Football Club. Star Boys nil. The winner in this contest will either get 3 points or 4. Nil is the score between Star Boys and Blackpool. Referee is up against Star Boys. Star Boys Football and his boys, and Esa are the boys from Talinding around the area. Defender just there in time to get that ball off the area for a corner, and you could hear the cheers and claps coming from the support dynamics. Is it going to come from Star Boys or Blackpool remains to be seen? Blackpool or Star as far as the groupings is concerned, and in their group, say Star Boys FC, Carnifing Layout and Bundas. Carnifing Layout already after 2 matches are on 6 points. Blackpool is playing their second game. 4 points. Bundas after 2 matches on a point. Bundas drew 1, lost 1. Hunters played 1 game, lost that game. Of course, against Carnifing Layout, and Star Boys on their very first outing. Star Boys on their very first outing from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And of course, they will be back here on the 4th and on the 5th for the matches. Matches from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And of course, we will be at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium to get your matches. We'll be at the Serekunda East as well, Brikama, across the length and breadth of the country. If you need your match to be covered, just give us the opportunity. Blackpool. It is Star Boys on the attack now. The boys in red colors from Koto. Star Boys Football Club. And we have already seen a substitution from Star Boys. Ali Ba is introduced. Mohamed Ndong is already taking off. Jibril Suare is the player introduced for Blackpool Football Club, and already secure the point for Blackpool Football Club. And we can also confirm that Suleiman Jallo, a former player for Blackpool Football Club, has already signed a contract in Italy, Fiorentina. And of course, special thanks to the management of Blackpool, and special thanks to those that negotiated the deal for the player in question, Suleiman Jallo, former player for Blackpool, now in Fiorentina, Italy, and already a player down injured and currently on the sideline. Ser So is one of the players currently out for Blackpool Football Club, and any moment from now he will be reintroduced around the center circle. It is the boys in red now trying to unlock the midfield. Not a decent one. Lost possession. Blackpool will try to regroup as on the far side is an attack coming from Star Boys Football Club. Star Boys is a low one. Is that an opportunity? It's a corner as signaled by the assistant referee. But before that, the flag of the assistant referee is up, and there is a player down injured, and it's going to be a corner for Star Boys Football Club, and the score is still unchanged from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And of course, live on LSTV1, Parlamin Fati, Kimu Kanyi at the cabin, Usman Kamara behind camera operations. Interesting on and off the pitch. Serekunda West Mini Stadium is the venue. 2025 Serekunda West Summer Nawettan is the competition. Yankuba El Danso is the central referee. On the dugout for Star Boys Football Club is Pascal Jaju and Seni Tamba. Esa Jata and Abdul Jallo on the dugout for Blackpool. The game is temporarily stopped as there is a player receiving attention on the other end, and after that we will see the delivery. It's a corner for Star Boys around the area. That was indeed very close, but never troubled the goalkeeper. That was definitely very close. Definitely very close. It's indeed lively. What a showdown. What a showdown from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Both sides picking it from where they left it. It is indeed interesting on and off the pitch. It's an attack on the far side for Star Boys. Star Boys in red colors around the area. Another delivery, and the ball is blocked to touch for a corner. Star Boys continue to surge, trying to cause some problems for Blackpool, but the defenders for Blackpool are trying to be as cautious and resolute as possible. It's a lively contest in the 5 p.m. showdown between Blackpool and Star Boys Football Club. A team from Talinding and the other from Kotu. Where is the trophy, or where is the victory heading to? Kotu or Talinding remains to be seen. It's a long one. It's a strong one, partly cleared. Blackpool Football Club. guarding the ball of the area. It's a delivery. It's a delivery on a short one. Starboys Football Club starting the play in their opposition's half. Not a decent one. Trying to regain possession, player Rasul. And before that, the flag of the assistant referee is already up. And Kemo, we believe a goal in this contest will definitely change the dynamics. We believe if any of the sides should show a goal here, will definitely put a lot of pressure on the opponents. But we have to wait and see which of the sides will solely have the first goal as far as this crucial and lively game between Starboys and Blackpool is concerned.
Yes, a very, very tight game like this, when one team scores, it becomes very, very difficult for the other side to come from behind and then do the needful. Perhaps if the game is going to be decided here, it may not be more than a goal into this particular contest, because whichever team scores will keep fighting so that their opponent wouldn't come from behind and then level the scores here. Already, it has been a very, very tight game, so the strikers and also other forward players are finding it very, very difficult to get themselves any space that they will exploit their opponents and then go on to having an opponent into this particular contest. But that just tells you the level of competition between the two sides here. Both sides are having a very, very young players into this, because the games that we have watched here previously, I believe these two teams have more younger players than all of those ones. So the energy is there, and also the intention is also there, and also their ambition is to go on to match the biggest teams in the Serekunda OSC.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Double substitution for young Starboys FC and double substitution for Blackpool. Introduction of fresh legs and taking off of tired legs, and we have already seen the any moment from now. We're also going to have another double substitution coming from Starboys Football Club after having the other two. It's indeed a rainy evening at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Rainy evening here. But anyway, that wouldn't stop us from covering this game. We will be here to get you every other proceeding. We'll be here to get you every other proceeding as far as this game is concerned. It's the game between Starboys Football Club and Blackpool Football Club. Double substitution. The number 10 for Starboys is coming off. Suleiman Kande is coming off. He's one of the players. And the number 5 as well is also coming off. Balamusa Konde. Balamusa Konde is off for Starboys Football Club. And 2 tired legs taking off. 2 fresh legs introduced at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium in the lively and great game. Around the area, sailed over the crossbar. That was very close. Unfortunately for Blackpool, they couldn't trouble the custodian as the effort from the central defender and 5 sailed way off target. Goal kick to Starboys Football Club. Of course, it has been a lively game right from the word go, from the first whistle in the first period. We played the entire first period without a goal, and still without a goal, and the score is still unchanged, 0-0. Starboys Football Club 0, Blackpool Football Club 0. Which of the sides will bag maximum points remains to be seen. It's a long one from the custodian for Blackpool, or Starboys rather. It is Starboys on the attack. Will now use the left side of the attack, then trying to cause some problems for Blackpool. Dribble past one, looking for more. Looking another one into the gloves of the custodian. That was definitely a great skill. A great skill coming from the number 7 for Starboys Football Club, Musa Sane. And Musa's final delivery went straight into the gloves of the custodian. From the half of Starboys into the gloves of the goalkeeper. in the opposite goalpost. What a contest. What an evening and afternoon from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. What a game between Blackpool and Star Boys. It's all coming to you live from the Serekunda West, live on LSTV1, on both Facebook and YouTube. Parliament Kapati, Kemo Kanye at the cabin, Osman Kamara behind camera operations. It's a lively contest and of course a lively evening from the Serekunda East, or Serekunda West, I beg your pardon. We are indeed used to Serekunda West or Serekunda East, and we will definitely be here to get you the proceedings from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. We will definitely have some games at the Serekunda West, in Brikama Sukuta, across the length and breadth of the country. If you want your match to be covered, just connect to LSTV1 and we will surely be there to get your match covered. As far as Nawettan is concerned, it's a delivery for the boys in black. Blackpool Football Club, not a decent one, and that's a throw in. It's a throw in, quickly taken. I am indeed in love with the supporters of Star Boys Football Club and Blackpool. From the word go, from the first whistle, on top of their voices, and of course the fan base is not only having girls but also having women. As far as the supporters is concerned, or as far as the supporters are concerned, we are definitely loving the ambience and atmosphere from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium in the game between Star Boys Football Club and Blackpool. Not only on the pitch, but also off the pitch is definitely astonishing. Kemo Kanye, I think the atmosphere is definitely electric as far as the fan base is concerned.
Yes, very well, I believe, this has been a very, very, strong fan base, especially for that of the Star Boys side that we have seen here. You can also see some elderly women rather within there, who are also cheering up their voice. Perhaps some of them might be having their sons playing for this particular team. So this is community football. So it tells you a lot about community football, the importance that people attach to community football whenever their teams are playing. So they come all out to making sure that they stand by their sides and then do the needful and then do what is necessary for their side. So but let's see what happens here. But it has been a very, very highly contested affair between the two sides here in Star Boys FC and that of the Blackpool FC into this crucial game. First game for Star Boys, and then the second game for that of the Blackpool side is still 0-0 here into this particular contest. Perhaps we may see a goal into this, but which side will be scoring, we can't tell you for sure, because both sides are pushing very hard. Both sides are creating that goal scoring opportunities, especially coming from either their forward players.
Thank you, Kemo Kanye. It's a delivery for Star Boys. It's a low one. Blackpool getting that ball out. It's an entertaining first half. Another entertaining second half between the two sides. Which of the sides will sail with maximum points remains to be seen. Star Boys Football Club of Blackpool. It is the first game for Star Boys and the second game for Blackpool. The ball is still in motion. As signaled by the central referee Yankuba El Danso. Danso Yankuba El is the central referee, having the assistance of Abdurrahman Kujabi as first assistant referee, Mariama Sanko as the second, Suwaibus Jame as the fourth referee in the 5 p.m. showdown. On the far side is Blackpool. Not for too long, Star Boys Football Club will use the opportunity around the center. Blackpool stretching it wide. Interesting on and off the pitch. Is an attack on the far side for the boys in red. Not for too long, Blackpool regain possession. In case you're just joining us, it's a clash between Blackpool and Star Boys Football Club. The player trying to use his space against his markers. Unfortunately, it's an opportunity, and the goalkeeper Alad Enough, who doubles as the team captain for Blackpool. Long and high one. What a contest. What an evening from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Player Rasul Buba Conte Buba Conte wrestled, and Buba scored the only goal in the 1-1 draw against Bundas. And it's a set piece for Blackpool. Interesting on and off the pitch. Great turnout at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. It is Nawettan and Nawettan football at its best. From the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, live on LSTV1. Walamin Fati, Kemo Kanye, Osman Kamara behind camera operations. Special thanks to our followers on LSTV1 on either Facebook or YouTube. A very big tap on the shoulder of every individual currently monitoring this game, live on either Facebook or YouTube. What a contest. Interesting on and off the pitch. The supporters are on top of their voices here. They are as busy as the players. They are as ambitious as the players. The supporters for Star Boys Football Club and the supporters of Blackpool Football Club. The number 10 for Blackpool behind the ball. Abdul Sane, three-man wall assembled by Star Boys Football Club. Can they get something from this? Three-man wall assembled, and the number 10 will wait for the green light. Abdul Sane floats over the crossbar. He must be disappointed with that delivery, and Blackpool will try to regroup once again as the score remains unchanged 1-0. The score is still 0-0 from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, and it's indeed lively from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, lively on and off the pitch. Central referee Yankuba El Danso giving the green light. Long one coming from the boys in red. Star Boys, a team from Koto. Blackpool, a team from Talending. On the far side is a player wrestled, and the player in question is Bakari Juve. Bakari Juve wrestled. And in case you're just joining us, this game started brightly with Star Boys taking on Blackpool Football Club, a team from Koto and the other from Talending. Mohamed Sise is in goal for Star Boys Football Club, and of course Mohamed Kamara, Mohamed Ndong, Matar Sinjai, Musa Sane, Esa Sane, Hassan Jame, Bubakar Sise, Osman Jajo, Bala Musa Konde and Suleiman Kande, completing the list of players for Star Boys Football Club. And Blackpool, under the guidance of Esa Jata and Abdul Jallo, is an attack on the far side, and player Rasul is a corner as signaled by the central referee Yankuba El Danso. It's a corner for the boys in black. Blackpool Football Club, the Talending based club, will be hoping to bag maximum point after picking a point against Bundas in the first outing, and it's the first game for Star Boys Football Club. Blackpool will deliver. Blackpool Football Club. It's a corner, low one. Never trouble the custodian. Time running out. Time will definitely be running out for both sides. They have to score, else they're going to share the spoils. From the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, live on LSTV1. Contact us for every live commentary as far as Nawettan or any other game is concerned. He's on Star Boys going long, trying to get the ball on the far side, around the area, and the start back to the rescue of Blackpool. What an opportunity, and that should have been the breakthrough. Unfortunately, crash on the crossbar, Kemo Kanye. That should have been 1-0 up for Star Boys Football Club. Unfortunately, the stand back to the rescue of Blackpool. Of course, a relief for Blackpool Football Club, and the score is unchanged. 0-0 is the score still.
Yes, a relief for the Blackpool side, but also a disappointing one for that of their opponents, Star Boys FC, because this could have been a goal here into this particular contest. That was a very, very good chance, a great chance, one of the best chances into this particular game that we have seen since the start of the game. So it has come for that of the Star Boys side, but they have failed to capitalize on that particular chance. So let's see whether Blackpool will also be able to get themselves similar opportunities into this particular game, and then we will see what they will be able to do about that. But that would have been a 1-0 lead for Star Boys FC into this particular contest, but it has been squandered here by the striker Usman Jaju.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. It is getting more and more interesting. Are we going to have a late goal? Remains to be seen. A late goal will definitely or might definitely be enough here. There we go. It's an attack, and we believe some other people are requesting to see the performance of the fans. But anyway, as per our location, it's definitely going to be difficult to get you the reactions of the supporters, and we have to apologize for that because there is no stair at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, and the committee is working tirelessly to get this stair erected to possibly give the opportunity to the live streaming team to have the opportunity to be at a great position to feature on and off the pitch. But if you are not having the opportunity to see the performance of the fans, you are indeed missing a lot. This one is going to be an attack. He's still going solo. Is that going to be the breakthrough? Is that Blackpool saved by the goalkeeper? That should have been the best goal of this competition. Looking at where the boy picked up the ball and where he landed, and I think that should have been the opening goal for Blackpool Football Club. But of course, the goalkeeper to the rescue.
Yes, that has been a very, a good fight from the Blackpool player. You can see where he started fighting with that particular ball coming all the way to that particular end. And that is Nawettan Abdul Sane for their side. He dribbled past almost, about what we'll say 5-7 players before he get himself on one-on-one situation with the goalkeeper. But the goalkeeper also for that of the Star Boys side have done very well for their side, because this also could have been an opener for that of the Blackpool side. Chances were squandered. Earlier on, we have seen a very, very close chance from their opponent Star Boys, and then we have seen a very, very close one. But of course, a very, very hard working side. That would have been a brilliant individual goal from Abdul Sane.
That would have been an individual brilliance from Sane Abdul. Already there's a player down, sailed over the crossbar. That was an individual brilliance from Abdul Sane from where he picked the ball. From his own court, dribble past almost every other player before getting the ball in their opposition's half. But unfortunately for him, the goalkeeper equal to the task. It is Sane Abdul once again. Dribble past one and Rasul this time around. Central referee Yankuba El Danso has already given the opportunity. It is getting more and more interesting in the final moments at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium in the 5 p.m. game between Blackpool and Star Boys Football Club. The score remains unchanged. Star Boys nil, Blackpool nil is the current score. Around the area is an opportunity for Star Boys once again. And central referee Yankuba El Danso, that's an offside signaled by the central referee. And it's going to be double substitution. Substitutions for Blackpool. Double substitutions for the boys in black. Blackpool Football Club, a team from Talinding. On and off the pitch, it is indeed interesting. It is indeed interesting from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, and you could see the fans now. We are not at a great position to feature the reaction of the fans, but we will definitely endeavor. Those are the supporters of Blackpool Football Club. Ball being launched forward back to the football field. We will also try to endeavor to get you the reaction of the supporters of Star Boys Football Club on the Star Boys FC on the other end. It is getting more and more interesting. In the final moments, we can confirm how many of the minutes being played. And on the far side is a throw in for Star Boys, who are desperately in need of picking maximum points in their first outing, whilst Blackpool will be hoping to pick maximum points after sharing the spoils with the Bundas in the first outing. It is getting more and more interesting. What a showdown. What a contest from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. It is indeed lively. Serekunda West is the venue. Young So Star Boys and Blackpool is the fixture. We have already played 38 minutes in the second half unofficial, and we believe they are playing 40 minutes. We believe they are playing 40, and if they are playing 40 minutes, we have on that 2 minutes of normal time plus what is expected to be added on before the central referee Yankuba El Danso will bring the end to this contest. And if we are to have a goal here, will definitely be a late goal. It's a corner, and after the corner we will surely re-engage Kemo Kanye. It's a delivery. Both sides having the fair share of the chances, but all squandered. A glancing one, calling in for a handball. Is that going to be given? Busy technical area for both gaffers. It's indeed a busy technical area for the gaffer of Star Boys Football Club and the gaffer for Blackpool Football Club. Blackpool nil, Star Boys Football Club nil is the current score. And in the next fixture, it's going to be a fixture between Carnifing Layout and Blackpool. That is definitely going to be a great game. Around the area, trying to dribble past one, looking for more. It is still Star Boys Football Club, and the player is still down. The ball is still in play. Chips into the gloves of the custodian. Kemo Kanye, any moment from now we're going to see the minutes of additional time coming from the fourth assistant referee, and already it's 3 minutes to be added on the 3 minutes of additional time for both sides to score a goal, or else it's going to be share of the spoils in this 5 p.m. showdown.
Yes, 3 minutes for either sides to work on to separate the score line here, so separate them. Otherwise, the game will be settled on a nil score line. But I mean, we have seen an entire game here that has been played here. Honestly, it has been a great game between the two sides. Individually, performance have been exceptionally very good, and then also the chances that have also fall for either of the sides here has been great for either of them. At least we could have seen 2 goals into this, because we have seen 2 clear cut chances here that have been wasted. One earlier on from that of the Kodu base side, Star Boys FC, and then we have also seen an individual brilliant from Abdul Sane from that of the Talendim base Blackpool side, who went past about 5-6 people, 5-6 players of his opponent player before he could face the goalkeeper. But the goalkeeper for the Star Boys side, Mohamed Sisse, was well alert, and then he spread his legs to block that ball from going into their net, and then the game still stays on a nil scoreline. So we are approaching the final whistle here into this particular contest. A hard-fought game, a great battle, but Sane is still going far.
Abdul Sane, fantastic player, still trying to go solo, getting that ball down. Can they get the opportunity? Calling for a penalty, but the central referee Yankuba El Danso not the least interested. He waved in for a play on instead of awarding a penalty to Blackpool in the final moments of this crucial and lively game between Star Boys FC and Blackpool, who is going to bag it. And if we are to have a goal here, it's going to be, and that's a foul. That's a foul at a crucial position for Star Boys Football Club, and probably this might be one of the final actions as far as this crucial showdown is concerned. Blackpool nil. Blackpool nil. Blackpool nil. Star Boys Football Club nil is the score. What a showdown. Interesting on and off the pitch. Star Boys Football Club will have the opportunity in the final moments of this crucial and lively game, and they just need a dead ball specialist here. The team just need a dead ball specialist here. Can they find the back of the net from this position remains to be seen. We currently have a series of players behind the ball. Musa Sane is one of those players behind the ball, and of course we also have one of the entrants, Matar Ba, behind the ball as well. Number 12 Matar Ba, number 7 Musa Sane behind the ball as well, and seemingly it's going to be Musa Sane seems to be the candidate to deliver. Giant wall assembled by Blackpool Football Club in trying to protect this set piece. This time around, it's going to be an opportunity for Starboys Football Club to get something from this. Who is going to deliver? Who is definitely going to deliver? This time is saved by the netminder over the crossbar. Kemokanyi, both players should definitely be kicking at themselves, looking at this chance. The goalkeeper was definitely equal to the task, but unfortunately for Starboys Football Club, they never troubled the goalkeeper.
Yes, very well up. The goalkeeper had done very well for Blackpool side. I mean, Amadou K. Jara. I mean, he had done very well to palm that ball away. But the Star boys side could have done better, especially the one who the ball falls to. That is the number 3 again, and then it is the final whistle here, Usman Judge.
Parity, of course, spoiled sad at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. It is full time between Starboys FC and Blackpool. Nothing separating the two, and ended 0-0. Starboys 0, Blackpool 0, and it has been Parliament Fati at the commentary cabin for LSTV1. And before we go, we just want to get you some reactions from the fans from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And in front of the screens currently is the supporters of Starboys Football Club after the game ending 0-0 in regulation, sayer of the spoils. And now we will head to the supporters of Blackpool Football Club. It has been an entertaining contest on and off the pitch, enjoyable off the pitch than on the pitch. From the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, it has been Parliament Fati at the commentary cabin, Kemo Kanyi, Usman Kamara behind camera operations, and currently in front of the screens is the massive supporters of Blackpool and massive supporters of Starboys Football Club at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. It is all over, live on LSTV1. Special thanks to every individual monitoring this game live on LSTV1. It has been an entertaining contest on and off the pitch. The supporters of Blackpool and the supporters of Starboys Football Club have done an incredible job here, right from the first whistle to the final whistle at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. This is where we're going to draw the curtain. It has been Parliament Fati, Kemo Kanyi at the cabin, Osman Kamara behind camera operations. Until then, bye-bye from the Serekunda West till we come your way again.